Jobs that sound cooler than they really are. Because every time my dad talks about work over dinner, my mom makes her famous fish face, where she sucks in her cheeks and bats her eyelashes, which she says are her gills, meaning she's trying to swim away as fast as her fish face will take her from his boring work stories. Why is Dad coming? Am I dying? Of course not. Don't you say that. How dare you say that? I'm taking away your jar of cherries for saying that. Mom, please tell me, why is Dad coming? I know that normally when a kid lands in the hospital, the dad drops everything and rushes over. But now that I'm in the triple digits when it comes to hospital visits, he just gets updates by text from my mom. What do you mean, why? Because he's your dad and he loves you, that's why. Wait, where's my titanium lug nut? Have you seen it? Where are my regular clothes? Benji, your clothes are in the trunk of my car and need to be washed. My mom thinks I should leave my lug nut at home and not carry it around with me because she's afraid I'll lose it. But it's been over 5 years since I got it and I still haven't lost it. Yet. Before I could ask her to go to the car and look for it, Dino walked in. Now let me tell you about Dino. He's crazy tall, like 6 feet 7 inches tall, like professional basketball tall. He has to special order his shoes and jeans on the internet. When my mom takes a picture of the two of us on my discharge day, she has to back all the way down to the end of the hallway just to get us both in the picture. He keeps telling her he'll buy her a panoramic digital camera when he wins the lottery, so she won't have that problem anymore. My mom is a crazy scrapbooker. She wants to remember everything, good and bad, because it's the bad that makes the good so good. She pretty much has my entire life recorded in crazy detail. I know lots of moms keep the first tooth their kid ever lost, or even a little locket of hair after their first haircut. Well, my mom kept all my baby teeth. Gross, I know. She took a Polaroid of each of them and put the picture under my pillow for the tooth fairy. She has the thread from the first time I got stitches, pressed on a page like it's a flower. Enough said, right? She says I'll be happy to have all this stuff when I'm older. I know she's wrong, but I always agree with her because she's usually holding a hot glue gun. Let me give you some life advice. You should always agree with someone when they are holding a hot glue gun. Once, my mom hot glued one of the twins' basketballs to the floor because she kept telling him not to dribble it in the house, and he kept doing it anyway. Hey, little man, said Dino, waving his hole puncher in the air. I heard you were back. One more visit and then you owe me a cool prize, I said, handing him my punch card. Dino nodded and said, You know it, little man. He held up his massive fist and we did a fist bump. Then he hightailed it out of there. He's no fool. He took one look at my mother's crazy eyes, made up an excuse, and left. He already has his own big, loud mom in his life to deal with, so I didn't blame him for not wanting to deal with a second one. We actually bonded over our crazy moms. One night when I couldn't sleep, I snuck out of my room, past my own sleeping mom, and found him in the patient lounge watching soccer. We competed in the My Mom is Crazier Than Your Mom game for an hour. Then we heard a blood-curdling scream which woke up half the floor. Ah, call the police! Someone stole my baby! Yep, you guessed. The screamer, my mom. The baby, me. Word around the hospital corridors was that the psychiatric patients heard her all the way on the top floor and freaked out. I didn't move at all. I just shook my head. Great. I'm never going to hear the end of this one. Dino took one look at my face and said, You win this round, little man. Okay. So now we're all caught up. You know all the major players. Me, my mom, Dino, and my dad who had just arrived at the hospital. As loud as my mom is, my dad is quiet, except for when he laughs. But today he wasn't laughing. He looked worried, which made me worried. My mom noticed this and smacked him on the arm to make him stop. Before he could respond, the twins stormed in. Here's the best way to describe my older twin brothers. They're absolutely everything I am not. They are tall, they are good looking, they are strong, and they are popular. They are what you would call super winners in the game of life. Oh, here's the other thing you need to know about them. Where I'm mouthy and have an exceptionally large vocabulary for my age, they're quiet. And when they do talk, they pretty much use one-syllable words. Their names are Brett and Brick, though I secretly gave them the nicknames Grunty and Mumbles. They have not so secretly given me all sorts of different nicknames throughout the years. Baby B, B-Baby, Benji Wenji, Bunt, as in the cake, Bunt, as in the baseball term, Butt, as in, well, your butt, and every single variation of butt something you can ever hope to dream of. Butt head, butt face, butt dog, butt ball, butt cream, butt brother, butt bread, butt rump, you name it. They've put the word butt in front of it. I'm pretty sure it's just a big brother thing, though they're careful not to let Mom catch them calling me butt anything, because she overheard them once and they both got in trouble. Tonight's greeting was much more subdued than normal, and I assumed it was because Mom already warned Dad, who warned them to go easy on me. So Brett just held up his right hand and said, "Hey, baby bee boy, put it up top." Usually when he does this and I try to put it up top, he sucker punches me in my side, or even tickles me under my arm. But not tonight. Tonight he just let me, and he even went so far as to comment on it. "Whoa, easy there, Tiger Cub. I'm going to need my hand tomorrow for basketball practice." As sweet and brotherly as this exchange was, it made me nervous. What exactly had Mom told Dad to tell the twins? Be nice because this may be the last time you ever see him? But before I went too far down that road to the intersection of Doom Street and Gloom Avenue, Brick showed up and dive-bombed me in bed. "Yo, what's up, rump roast? How about a side of noogie potatoes for dinner?" Just before he gave me one of his famous noogies, my mom pulled him off me by his ear. "Brick, I told you not to call him that." "No, you said I couldn't call him butt roast. Rump roast is like pot roast, right, bro?" Brett nodded. "Yeah, Mom. I think the referee would definitely call it on Brick's side." "Both of you, stop it right now, or your two rumps will get roasted. Do you understand me?" She said this in her, "you better think long and hard about what you say now, or else who knows what could happen" voice. The twins knew this voice well, and they fell in line immediately. Together and in stereo they said, "Sorry, Mom. This is a hospital. It's not feeding time at the zoo." My mom's tone was still sharp. Usually when they did their "yes, Mom, sorry, Mom" routine with their big puppy dog eyes, Mom immediately softened. I couldn't take the tension anymore. "Mom, it's okay. Why are you being so serious? I'm fine. Right?" Before she could respond, Dr. Helen walked in. "What's everyone looking so serious about?" she asked, but none of us responded. "Benji's fine." We all smiled. Britt reached out his hand again, but my mom slapped it away. "But," Dr. Helen continued, we tensed up again. And then Dr. Helen told us she was going to need to run a series of brain tests to see if she could understand what exactly had happened to me at school. The first test was a big one. They were going to do an EEG of my brain. While it's still in my head, right? Everyone laughed when I asked the question, but I figured it didn't hurt to be sure. Dr. Helen explained it was a test where they attach wires to your head and get a printout of your brain waves, like a lie detector. Oh, it's kind of Frankenstein-y? Dr. Helen laughed this time. "I've never thought about it like that, but sure, I guess it is."
And that's where we'll stop today. This is the end of quote-unquote chapter 1. We're on minute 30, so we'll continue on to minute 40 tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying the story. Like I said, I really do like it. I am going to have you do one quick thing for me about the story, just to check in with you. I'm going to have you go to the Padlet on your slide and just type in one sentence. What is your favorite part of the story so far? And I'm going to tell you my favorite part of the story is the the way the boy speaks, the way Benjamin speaks. I really do appreciate the way that he talks and the way he explains and describes things. So I would just say the way Benji speaks is my favorite part of the story. And so when you get to your Padlet, all I'm going to have you do is just write your favorite part in a sentence, and that'll be our check-in just to make sure you're listening. So please don't take advantage of the fact that everything's posted and just write what everyone else writes. If that's truly what you think and that's your favorite part, then that's fine. But otherwise, I would ask you to be somewhat original in your thoughts. So I will look forward to reading those. Thanks, kids. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Again, this is in your slide. Okay, you have to go to your slide to see this, and it will just be called Padlet, and it will be right next to Elvis and the Underdogs. So I can't show it to you right now because I can't get my screen there, but it's right in your slide. It will say Padlet, and it will be right next to Elvis and the Underdogs. So good luck. If you need help, just come find me, and I will help you. Thanks, kids. Bye.